Have you ever dreamed of getting lost on the highway, feeling the wind on your face, and riding endless miles with the perfect bike for traveling? Well, that dream is closer than you imagine, because today I bring you the 5 best touring motorcycles for long trips in 2025. Machines designed for comfort, power, and absolute freedom that make every journey an unforgettable experience. Stay until the end of the video because you might discover the adventure companion you were waiting for. And if you were passionate about traveling on 2 wheels, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss our next videos. Let's get started.
Honda NT1100 DCT.
This machine is the perfect evolution of a concept that Honda has taken to excellence. A sport tourer designed not only to take you to any destination, but to make you enjoy every kilometer as if you were a child discovering the world. Ready to dive into all the details? Let's start with the heart of this beast, a 1084cc parallel twin engine that inherits the best from the Africa Twins DNA, but with a totally unique personality. Imagine this, 102 horsepower that doesn't drag you violently, but pushes you with constant and controllable force. And the big news for 2025 is that the torque has increased to 112 Newton meters delivered at just 5,500 revolutions per minute. This means that in real life, you will have a solid and smooth acceleration from very low revs, perfect for safe overtaking, even with a passenger and luggage. The result? A bike that responds with vigor without needing to be pushed to the limit. The top speed is around 200 kilometers per hour, more than enough for any open road. And it does it efficiently. It consumes around 5 liters every 100 kilometers. Combined with its 20.4-liter tank, this gives you a range of over 400 kilometers. Imagine riding halfway across Spain almost without worrying about refueling. But if we talk about technology, this is where the NT1100 truly shines. Forget conventional gear shifts. This bike uses Honda's revolutionary dual-clutch transmission, an automatic double-clutch transmission that has been perfected in this model. Engineers have worked to make the shifts ultra-smooth, especially at low speed, where it could feel a bit rough before. Now, thanks to a 6-axis IMU, the system is intelligent. It detects if you are braking, accelerating, or leaning in a curve, and adapts the shift to be as intuitive as possible. You can choose automatic modes, D for efficiency or S for sportiness, or take control with the handlebar paddles, all without touching a clutch. This is complemented by a first-rate electronic package. 3 riding modes, Tour, Urban, Rain, plus 2 customizable ones, adjustable traction control, wheelie control, and cornering ABS that gives you enormous safety when braking while leaned over. Connectivity is also notable. A 6.5-inch TFT screen acts as your command center, with integrated Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to always have navigation, music, and calls in sight. For 2025, you can also opt for the electronic Showa suspension, which adjusts the damping automatically in milliseconds based on the riding mode and road conditions. The result? Comfort and grip that are simply brutal. As for design and comfort, Honda has listened to users. It has a seat height of 820 millimeters, which, although it seems high, narrows towards the front, allowing riders as short as 1.65 to handle it with confidence. The riding position is relaxed and upright, perfect for spending hours on the road without your back suffering. The fairing protects you incredibly from wind and the elements, and the one-hand adjustable windshield has a travel of 167 millimeters, so you can find your ideal point of protection or ventilation. The saddlebags, which come standard, now have the capacity to store a full helmet each, solving a common complaint from the previous model. The seat is plusher and 20% larger, and details like standard heated grips or the included center stand show that Honda thinks of everything for your adventures. Let's talk numbers. In Europe, the DCT version with electronic suspension is around 17,340 euros, while the base version with conventional suspension is a bit cheaper. In the US, the base price is near $11,899, placing it in a very competitive position against rivals like Kawasaki or Suzuki. And what do those who have already tried it say? The opinions are very positive. Experts highlight its versatility, the unbeatable comfort on long trips, and the DCT technology that makes riding easier. Many claim that it doesn't tire you and makes you enjoy every kilometer. Of course, not everything is perfect. Some point out that the weight is noticeable in low-speed maneuvers or when parking. There are also criticisms about the noise of the windshield in its highest position and that the controls on the left cluster can seem a bit complex at first. So, who is the NT1100 for? It is the ideal companion for the biker looking for one bike for everything. If your passion is long road trips, but you also want to use it daily in the city, this is your ally. It's not a bike for absolute beginners due to its weight and power, but if you already have experience, its simple handling and the safety of its electronic aids will make you feel right at home. It's perfect for mature travelers who value comfort, technology, and practicality, and also for younger ones who want to explore without limits with all the connectivity at their fingertips.
Kawasaki VERSYS 1100 SE. Imagine an engine that roars with its own soul, but behaves like a true gentleman when you touch it. Technology that seems straight out of a spaceship and a design that screams adventure from afar. Sounds incredible, right? Well, keep reading because what's coming will fascinate you even more. Under the hood, the VERSYS 1100 SE hides the heart of a lion, a 1,099cc inline four-cylinder engine that delivers 133 horsepower and 11 newton-meters of torque. What does this mean in practice? That you will have power for days with a smooth and constant delivery that makes highway overtaking or mountain climbs a piece of cake. Furthermore, its quick shifter works from just 1,500 revolutions per minute, making accelerations so smooth it almost seems like the bike changes gears by itself. Its top speed is around 220 kilometers per hour, but the best part is its efficiency. It consumes between 4.7 to 5.5 liters every 100 kilometers, which together with its 5.5-gallon tank allows you to travel up to 250 to 300 kilometers without refueling. As for technology, this bike is almost science fiction. It comes with electronic Showa suspension with skyhook technology, which adapts to the terrain in real time, making bumps and curves feel as if you are floating on a cloud. The brakes are super bike level, 310mm front discs with radial calipers, and intelligent ABS that adjusts braking even in curves thanks to a Bosch inertial sensor. The color TFT screen is clear and intuitive, although some critics note that it's starting to fall a bit behind compared to more recent rivals. To not miss a detail, it includes smartphone connectivity with voice commands, LED cornering lights, cruise control for those endless trips, and even a USB-C port on the handlebar, although some users comment that it feels somewhat clumsily added. Speaking of travel, the design of the VERSYS 1100 SE is pure comfort. Its seat height is 840 millimeters, and the upright riding position make it perfect for tall riders, although shorter riders might have to stretch a bit to touch the ground. The fairing and adjustable windshield protect from the wind like a shield, and the seats, both for the rider and passenger, are wide and plush, designed to ride for hours and hours without discomfort. Visually, it inherits aggressive lines inspired by the Ninja H2, with a robust but elegant appearance. The standard 28-liter hard saddlebags per side are practical and integrate perfectly into the bike's aesthetics. Now let's talk money. In the United States, the price is around $19,499. In Europe, the base SE version starts from €18,995, while the Grand Tour edition with saddlebags, fog lights, and more accessories goes up to €21,220. Yes, it is a significant investment, but considering everything it offers, many riders consider it completely justified. And what do users and experts say? The advantages are clear. Super smooth engine, suspension that erases bumps, electronics that inspire confidence, and a comfort that few rivals match. It's that bike that invites you to get lost on back roads without fear of anything. But be careful, it also has its details to consider. The dry weight is around 236 kilograms, which is noticeable when maneuvering in parking lots or in the city. Some critics comment that the shift lever feels somewhat soft and that the TFT screen could be more modernized. Still, everyone agrees that it is a long-distance bike that is hard to beat. So, who is the VERSYS 1100 SE for? It's not for beginners. Its power and size require experience. It's also not a pure off-road bike, as its 17-inch wheels and weight limited to asphalt or well-maintained roads. But if you are an experienced traveler looking for comfort and technology for long journeys, an active retiree who never tires of exploring, or simply someone who wants a versatile bike for open road and city, this Kawasaki will become your ideal companion. BMW R1300 GS. Ready to discover the machine that is revolutionizing the world of maxi trail bikes? We are talking about the BMW R1300 GS, a bike that not only evolves, but makes its character clear from the first instant. Imagine a 1300cc boxer engine capable of delivering 145 horsepower and a torque of 149 Newton meters at 6,500 revolutions per minute. The most impressive thing is that from 3,600 to 7,800 RPM, you will always have more than 130 Newton meters available, which translates into brutal acceleration and an immediate response in any situation. Top speed? Over 200 kilometers per hour. But here comes the truly surprising part. Its average consumption is only 4.8 liters every 100 kilometers, thanks to shift cam technology and a compression ratio of 13.3 to 1. It's like having an elite athlete who knows exactly how to dose their energy to perform at their maximum. And the technology doesn't fall behind. The R1300 GS incorporates an innovative modular chassis, which combines the front Evo telelever and the rear Evo paralever, redesigned to offer impressive stability in curves and on uneven terrain. As for braking, it's 4-piston radial brakes with 310mm discs and the integral adaptive ABS Pro that adapts to the lean angle give you total control, even in the most demanding maneuvers. Furthermore, it comes with a TFT screen with BMW Motorrad connectivity, dynamic cruise control, 4 riding modes, Eco, Rain, Road, and Enduro, and even heated grips. If you want to go one step further, you can add options like the automatic shift assistant, the adaptive suspension system, or the variable height control, making the bike adapt to you like a glove. There are even optional radars for collision or lane change alerts, technology that seems straight out of the future. Design and comfort are also protagonists. BMW has bet on a more compact and minimalist style, with the iconic front X-shaped light with LED matrix, which gives it an overwhelming personality. The adjustable seat between 800 and 890 millimeters allows riders of different heights to find their perfect posture. The ergonomics are designed for epic trips: wide handlebars, protection from wind and weather with an adjustable windshield, and a fairing that sculpts the air, reducing fatigue. Some users comment that the engine noise in the city may seem less exciting than in previous generations, but this is compensated by a comfort that invites you to travel thousands of kilometers effortlessly. In forums and reviews, riders highlight advantages such as its agile handling despite its 237-kilogram dry weight, an endless power on the open road, and the feeling of security provided by the chassis in tight curves. Of course, there are more critical opinions. Some mention that the electronics are abundant, which raises doubts about its long-term reliability, that the automatic shift can feel hard in quick shifter mode, and that parts and maintenance are not cheap. One user sums it up well. It's a joy on the road, but in the city or narrow towns, its 270 kilograms are noticeable. Still, specialized media like motorcycle.com have named it Best Adventure Bike of 2024, and the majority agree it is the undisputed queen of the trail bikes. As for price, in Europe it starts from approximately 21,904 euros in its base version, but with additional equipment it easily exceeds 25,000 euros. In the United States, the adventure version is around $29,090 MSRP, although demo units may offer discounts. That said, be prepared to invest more if you want options like the Dynamics package or the Headlight Pro. And who is this bike ideal for? It is not for beginners nor for frequent urban trips. Its weight and power demand experience. But if you are a bold traveler looking for comfort on long distances, versatility on and off the road, and cutting-edge technology to feel protected, this GS will be your perfect companion. Retirees with an adventurous spirit, motorcyclists who travel continents, or simply those who seek the best on any terrain. Triumph Tiger Sport 800. If you are looking for a bike that steals your soul in every curve and then cradles you on a journey of thousands of kilometers, you've come to the right place. Imagine an 879cc triple-cylinder engine that is not just a block of metal, but the beating heart of a beast, capable of delivering 113 horsepower and 84 newton-meters of torque. This engine is a true engineering gem. It takes the best from the street triple 765, but with a more asphalt-oriented character, offering you a smooth and linear power delivery and that explosion of emotions when the tachometer exceeds 7,000 revolutions per minute. And yes, its deep and distinctive sound will accompany you like the perfect soundtrack of every adventure. But it's not all about pure power. Triumph has designed this engine to be efficient and practical. With a consumption of around 4.7 liters every 100 kilometers, you can enjoy a range of over 320 kilometers thanks to its 18.6-liter tank. Furthermore, its service intervals every 16,000 kilometers make this bike fun without neglecting your wallet. And as for technology, the Tiger Sport 800 is loaded with intelligent features. Its adjustable Showa suspension, both in the inverted front fork with 150 millimeters of travel and in the rear shock with 150 millimeters of travel, offer a perfect balance between comfort and sportiness. The 4-piston radial brakes provide powerful and progressive braking, composed of two 310mm front floating discs and one 255mm rear disc, assisted by lean-sensitive ABS and traction control that adapt to the bike's lean angle for maximum safety. And speaking of connectivity, its combined LCD and 2.7-inch TFT screen with Bluetooth allows you to have turn-by-turn navigation and control music without letting go of the handlebar. Some critics mention that it might seem somewhat basic compared to the 7-inch TFT screens of the competition, but it fulfills its function perfectly. The design also has a lot to tell. At first glance, this Tiger might look like a Tiger Sport 660, but in reality, it is much more. Its adventure style with 17-inch wheels makes it an ideal machine for the road without off-road pretensions. The riding position is upright and comfortable, with a seat at 835 millimeters high. Although it sounds high, thanks to its narrow seat in the center, riders as short as 1.70 meters or 5 feet 7 can plant their feet well. The fairing and the manually adjustable windshield protect incredibly well from wind and rain, making long trips an absolute pleasure. And the price? For 2025, in Europe, you will find it from €12,145, while in the United States, the base price is $12,495. With standard equipment like a bidirectional quick shifter, cruise control, and riding modes, it competes directly with the Yamaha Tracer 9 or the BMW F900 XR, but with a more fun character and an unforgettable sound. Users and experts agree on its advantages: an explosive yet manageable engine, an agile chassis that invites you to attack curves, and a versatility that few bikes offer. Among the disadvantages, some point out that the cruise control cannot be adjusted on the fly, that the rain mode could be more restrictive in extreme conditions, and that its design, although attractive, is not as futuristic as some competitors like the Tracer 9. Who is this bike ideal for? It is the perfect companion for travelers looking for excitement in every kilometer, for those who do sport tourism but don't want to give up comfort. It is not the best option for absolute beginners due to its power, but if you have some experience, you will find in it an ally that grows with you.
MOTO GUZZI V100 MANDELLO. For 2025, this machine not only retains everything that made it revolutionary, but it arrives with key refinements that polish it to perfection. Let's start with the most important thing, its heart. Remember those GUZZI engines with that unique sound and character? Well, this 90-degree transverse V-twin 1042cc takes that essence to the next level. But attention, it is the first of the brand with liquid cooling.
It's not a goodbye to its spirit, it's a necessary evolution to perform more and comply with current regulations. This compact block, shorter than the V85s, delivers 115 horsepower at 8,700 revolutions per minute and a torque of 105 newton meters at 6,750 RPM. And the best part, 82% of that torque is already available at just 3,500 revolutions per minute. This means immediate response and brutal force from low revs, ideal for overtaking or for exiting a curve cleanly without always needing to take the engine to the limit. It is not a bike obsessed with top speed. It's a bike that makes you enjoy a constant and exciting power delivery. And in terms of consumption, users report real figures of 18 to 21 kilometers per liter, approximately 42 to 49 mpg, depending on how you use your right wrist, which translates into a more than decent range. But the Mandello is not just a powerful engine. It is a showcase of technology that looks to the future. For example, it is the first bike in the world with adaptive aerodynamic wings. Yes, like in MotoGP. These small fins extend automatically in rain mode or when exceeding a certain speed, redirecting the airflow to protect you and improve stability, reducing fatigue on long distances. For 2025, the Reigns receives improvements in the transmission inherited from the Stelvio, making the shifts even smoother. The S version is the most equipped. It has Öhlins Smart EC 2.0 semi-active suspension with 130 millimeters of travel, which adapts to the riding mode and terrain. Bidirectional quick shifter, heated grips, cruise control, and a tire pressure monitoring system. The big news for the S version in 2025 is the driver assistance system, which uses a 4D radar to offer forward collision warning, blind spot warning, and lane change assist. Braking is handled by Brembo with two 320mm front discs and one 280mm rear disc, both with cornering ABS, offering first-line power and modulation. All this is managed from its 5-inch color TFT screen developed by Aprilia, which becomes your intuitive operating center. Now, let's talk design. The Mandello is a masterpiece that combines past and future. Its modern lines pay homage to legends like the Le Mans of the 80s, with side air intakes that are a direct nod to that history. The attention to detail is impeccable, with finishes cared for to the maximum. The riding position is active but comfortable. The handlebar leans you slightly forward, involving you in the ride without punishing your back. The seat, with a height between 815 to 835 millimeters depending on the version, is wide and comfortable for long days, although some users prefer the standard one over the optional comfort one. Wind protection is excellent thanks to the electrically adjustable screen from the handlebar, and of course, the wings. You can travel kilometer after kilometer feeling absolute calm in the air bubble it creates. And how much does this beauty cost in 2025? In Europe, the base version starts from around 17,000 to 18,000 euros, while the S version, much more equipped, is around 20,000 to 21,000. In the United States, prices are usually a bit higher and availability more limited. Estimate that the price could start between $19,000 to $21,000. What did those who have already ridden it say? The opinions are mostly positive. Its most praised strong points are the engine full of torque from low revs, excellent aerodynamic protection, Brembo first-line braking, the semi-active suspension on the S that swallows bumps and curves masterfully, and a design that captivates any motorcycle lover with soul. Among the minor criticisms, some notice its weight in low-speed maneuvers, the shift into first gear can be a bit noisy, and in the city, the by-wire system can give a slight effect of instability in the throttle at very low revs. There are also those who wish the rear spring was a bit softer in its minimum setting. So, who is this bike ideal for? If you're looking for an all-terrain machine with an Italian soul, this is your perfect companion. It's the ally of the sophisticated traveler who wants to devour highways in total comfort
but also have fun on back roads thanks to its agile handling and that brutal torque. It is not a bike for absolute beginners, but a rider with some experience will find it incredibly rewarding. And it's the dream bike for those who value innovation and history equally. For those who want something exclusive, with personality, and that doesn't go unnoticed at any traffic light.
And there you have them, the 5 touring motorcycles that will make every trip in 2025 a true adventure. Machines designed to travel thousands of kilometers with maximum comfort, safety, and that touch of excitement that only a touring bike knows how to give. Tell me in the comments, which one of these would you escape with to the road tomorrow? And if you enjoy dreaming about new destinations and bikes as much as I do, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. This way, you'll be ready to join us on the next routes and discover more gems on 2 wheels. See you in the next video, and may there never be a lack of kilometers to travel. Good routes to everyone.